Okay, hello everybody. Nice to have me here. I would like to welcome everybody. So our NGO, Digitize the Planet, was founded in 2020, and there was a couple of people like outdoor apps, authorities, nature conservation areas, and some other groups. They had like about over 2 years, like 5 round tables, and they are talking before the foundation of Digitize the Planet in 2018 about open data, especially about open data for the rules for the use of nature. Yeah? Because this kind of information didn't exist in the digital world. Yeah? So what I mean with the rules for the use of nature, every protected area has its own regulation, and in this regulation there it's written down that it's forbidden to make a campfire, then it's forbidden, for example, to spend the night there, it's forbidden to grab plants, to enter, forbidden to bike, and various reasons are written down in this regulation. But this kind of information wasn't accessible to outdoor sports enthusiasts. And so they said, okay, what can we do? And there was no player who said, okay, that's my topic, or no authority. And so they said, okay, let's do it by ourselves and let's found Digitize the Planet. And so we starting to build this technology, the platform where the authorities could enter the data. And so we started working from 2020 on right now. And for example, in Germany, we have about like 5,000 administrated protected areas in our platform. And well, we want to make this project bigger and bigger because the riders, the hikers, and all the guys who are in the outdoors, they should need this kind of information. Here on the right side, you can see it, what we are really doing. So the rules is the first we are doing. Second, purpose of protection, and the third one would be the temporary closures. This kind of information must be open data in the digital space. And why it's so necessary for this? Because so many people are outside and only a few know the rules. For example, here in the north, I saw there's a national park. So now you can ask yourself, what could be the rules in this national park? Maybe you know that it's forbidden to make a fire or don't sleep overnight, but there could be so many other reasons which could be very helpful to make the riding nature compliant, and that we are protecting the biodiversity in this area, and to make also the sports more that nobody said, oh, they're coming the mountain bikers, or the hikers say they're destroying the nature. They don't know nothing about the animals they are living there. So this is why we have to bring it in. The consequences, they are quite clear: damage to nature, unsatisfied tourists, conflicts with the locals, and this could be at the end, it could be the worst case that, for example, one area is completely closed and they make a fence around it. So this is really the worst case. And yes, we see it not as the only solution what we are doing, so that we are doing this digital stuff. It's just another possibility to inform, because we have the campaigns, we have the signs for sure since decades. We see more and more rangers, also in Europe. It dropped over from the USA. Also, you can see it also in little parks. For example, in Germany, we have more and more rangers. But this doesn't help so much, because we have to get the people with this kind of information before they are leaving home. When they are already on their ride in the protected areas, it's too late. Sometimes it's too late to inform them. And this is our mission of Digitize the Planet. We are making a standardized data set of all the protected areas and the assets. And we want to help also the outdoor platforms to grab our information. So the tour begins long before departure. For example, I'm living in the German Alps in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Behind my house there's a nature protected area. It's called the Ammergauer Alps, and we are close to Munich, 1.5 hours. And I saw it every day, when in Corona especially. It was crowded as hell. The daily trips from Munich, they come to our place. And now imagine a father is coming with, I also have 3 little girls, with his 3 little girls and his wife, driving to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, 1 hour traffic jam, searching for a parking space, and then he's starting his hike, his trip. And after 1 hour, he's coming to a sign, okay, you can't enter because the bird is breeding. What he will do. So he wants to have a nice, good day in the outdoors, and that's why we have to inform him with all the information he has. Okay, so this is just a little bit of technical stuff. So you see how it works. We have the authorities. They are responsible for the protected areas. They have the regulations. They are making an access to our platform. Then they can enter the data. Maybe in 1 or 2 years, it's possible to make this with AI. Right now, it's not possible. So they have to read the regulation, and then they have to make click, 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 and then it's ready. And when it's ready, we are making a standardized data set, and then we are having the data, and the platforms, they can grab it with our API and they can use it for their business. So this is just the front end, how it looks like to enter the data. And here we have it's the second biggest outdoor platform in Europe. It's called Outdoor Active. Hopefully you have heard about it. Now you can see it just a little bit. You see these little icons, yes? The red ones, the green ones. And this is what we are providing, this kind of data. And now if somebody clicks there, he can see, first time before it wasn't possible, the rules for the use of nature. So this is where we started, just the rules. But we saw another big step we have to go, because we wanted to go that we are telling the people why there is the rule, and this is really, really important, because people don't like rules. I don't like rules, and maybe a lot of you don't like rules too. But if I know why there is the rule, I would say, okay, this is really helpful. And the example here in the first step is the nature protection. If I know that I can't enter this area in July because a bird is breeding there, then I said, okay, I search another way for me. So this is the nature protection reason for flora, fauna, and habitat. This is still ready in our platform. It looks like this, okay? So if the National Park Administration is putting in the data for the purpose of protection, you can see it directly here. You have pictures, you have how you have to behave, what happens if you go inside, and yes. And it's called like a wiki. So if I am the first guy who is entering a lynx or a wolf, I am putting a picture from the wolf, I'm making a text, and if another one has the same animal in his area, he can use this kind of information, and he can put on some extra information, because the behavior of the wolf in his area could be different than in the other area, but normally the wolves look same, and that's it. Yeah. So this is the next one, the temporary closures. The idea is, of the platform, you have to enter the information only one time, and then everybody is connecting and could grab the information. It's also very important for temporary closures of rockfalls, of floodings, of stuff we see more and more right now, and how it looks like the normal process. For example, if somebody sees a rockfall, maybe he is calling to the administration, and they said, okay, there's a rockfall. how we can get this information to our guests, to our people. They are making signs, they are calling to a hut, they are calling to a ranger, many processes, and in the end, maybe it doesn't get to anybody. So this could be also a solution of our platform, once the data inside, and many APIs. Here for this breeding birds is the same, and this is another reason. I think everybody from us as a mountain biker, we knows it. We drive our trail, and then it's coming this forest works. Okay, forest work. Again. A lot of people said, okay, I'm driving around because it's Saturday. I don't see anybody who is working there, so it's not dangerous. But it is dangerous. I talked to a lot of guys from the forest industry, and they told me, for example, maybe it's Friday, 5 o'clock. And okay, 5 o'clock, okay, it's time to end. And there could be at the top of a tree like this, the crown, but it's 5 o'clock, we go. And if you are entering on Saturday, maybe because of wind, this crown is falling down, and then it's the end of your trip. So we have a lot of good reasons for these temporary closures of protected areas, but also of areas or trails. So, but this is, in our project, is just the beginning. So we are going step by step. And here you see it all together, what the idea is of our system. So here you see completely an overview of our work. This existing digital information, we know this since years. We know where to find in the digital world, the trails, the equipment, how to come, parking space, more and more. But what is missing, this is in the screen circle. This is what we are providing only the technology. The data must come from the authorities, and we only providing the technology. We are making an API and for using the platforms our data, and so we have different groups which we are talking to. Today I selected 2 groups. So we are here on a mountain bike congress. So it's the outdoor industry. So for example, Orbea should have an interest that the rider of Orbea bikes are on the trails nature compliant. This should be an interest of a brand, today's brand, that they should say, okay, for our riders, this should be important. So let's support Digitize the Planet. Let's get this information there. Let's talk to our riders. The riders use outdoor platforms which are using nature-compliant information. So this is the message to the outdoor industry and to the sports association, the nature conservation association. The message is talk to our members using outdoor platforms which are using DTP informations or putting this kind of stuff into the how it's called, like the learning groups they have, yes. And the other groups which are missing here, this is administrations. We are talking to the administrations. Hey, we have a possibility that that your kind of information is coming to everybody. We have like the forest industry. We have the outdoor apps as well. So tourist associations are also a big group for us. Here it's a kind, you see a little bit of our members. We started in Germany and we're going more and more to, so Austria is very good, Switzerland is very good, and a lot of nature protective associations, especially in the Alps. So we have the big 5 clubs of the Eastern Alps are members of Digitize the Planet because we are a non-profit organization and we are financed by members. And with this membership fees, we are starting our projects. So like 10% of the project must be you have to bring on your own, and the 90% would be funded by some official people. Yeah. So you see the outdoor industry is on very low level. We had Adidas last year, but they quit. So it was the 2,200 euros for Adidas. It was too big, so they said, okay, sorry, we can't support you anymore. And yes, so I'm nearly at the end, and we invite you to join us to make our project more popular, to maybe to give this information to the authorities of your region. And normally the best step is that we have a round table with the authorities, with tourism, and with Digitize the Planet, because the tourists, they could say, really, we have a problem here, okay? With a lot of unmanaged tourists are in our area. They're going everywhere. And you have the data, and we want to bring the data to our guests. So and this is after 5 years, this is the best solution to bring this up. Okay, so that's Digitize the Planet, and thanks for listening to me.